Good morning, producer Mariana here. Before we begin today's episode, I wanted to alert you to something special. Darren recently shared his economic outlook with a group of global business leaders, and it's both terrifying and incredibly exciting. Their response was overwhelming. They were extremely grateful for the guidance and insight on what to do now. So we have since decided this is critical advice every striver and high achiever in our community should have access to and be able to benefit from. So I posted a link to the recording of that session for you below. It's only 19 minutes, but it's a distillation of hundreds of hours that Darren spent in discussions with insiders and market makers. We hope it helps guide you safely and prosperously through the ever-changing times we're living in. Now, on to today's episode.
There is an Aesop fable that goes like this. An eagle swooped from out the sky and carried off a sheep. A raven, seeing him, said, "I could do that too. I should try. His meal comes mighty cheap." Of all that well-fed flock was one as fat could be. The raven rose and lit upon her back. She seemed to weigh a ton, so very fat was she. And oh, her wool was wondrous thick. It would have made a mat. The raven's claw are caught and stick. He's played himself into a pretty trick to fly with one so fat. "Ah, ah, caw, caw," cry the bird and beast. The shepherd comes at last. Sir Raven, who would find a feast, is from the woolly one released, and in a cage kept fast. You see, we see a lot of people in the attempt to chase success, trying to do what others do, and it's caging them. They try to speak like Tony Robbins, do web videos talking like Gary Vee, blog like Seth Godin, lifestyle hack like Tim Ferriss, do PR stunts like Richard Branson, etc. There are two things to this. Number one, just do you, man. Don't do somebody else. If you're a raven, don't try to copy an eagle. Just be the best damn raven you can be. Stop trying to be or act like someone else. Only Tony can do Tony, Gary, Seth, Tim, and Richard. Only you can do you. That's your uniqueness, your gift. What you are here to bring anyway is you. Always be you. Even if you don't think you are good enough, cool enough, special enough, you will be if you stop trying to be someone else and just be you. You just need to be more of you. All of you. Authentically you. Trust me, it's enough. Look, you can admire somebody's success and you can learn from them, but not by what they do. What they do most likely only works for them and most certainly won't work for you. What you can learn from them is the mindset they had to use to create their success, the grit, the determination, the work ethic, the mental resilience, the discipline, the consistency that they had to apply long enough to realize their results. That you can learn from and be inspired by, but what they did, not so much. Here's number two. Embrace where you are, what you don't know or conveniently forget about each of the characters that I've referenced here is the thousands of hours that they put in before you see what they're doing now. They didn't start off doing what they're doing now. Who they are now has been an evolution, not an event. You need to have your own evolution. You don't go from Algebra 1 to AP Statistics. You have to graduate into it one step at a time. You're watching people do mathematical physics, and I get it. From the outside, heck, it looks like it's just math. Then you try to copy them, and you don't even know what you don't know and how badly you're screwing it up. You cannot shortcut your evolution. So think about it. Who have you been consciously or unconsciously trying to copy? Someone in your office? Maybe in your industry, your neighborhood, or a friend circle of some sort? Have today's session remind you to just be you. The best damn you can be. Right where you are, and then grow from there. Just focus on getting better every day. Then I promise, your small, seemingly insignificant improvements will accumulate and compound into massive success for you. That is if you stay on your path. So, I have a question for everybody here. If a husband says something in a forest and his wife is not around to hear it, is he still wrong? A few days ago, don't shake your head. A few days ago, I shocked the hell out of the postman opening the door completely naked. I'm not sure what surprised him most, my nudity or the fact that I know where he lives. And he was surprised at the sight of my package, I will say. Have you heard of the movie called Constipation? It hasn't come out yet. Unfortunately, some juicy details were accidentally leaked before the official release. It will be a turd in a sequel. Speaking of which, why is it not a good idea to fart in an Apple store? No windows. What is the leading cause of obesity in men? A wedding ring. Another wife said, I just lost 238 pounds in one day. Wow, how? She was asked. She replied, I got divorced. And finally, what happens if the cow falls? It becomes ground beef. Oh, and what do you call a cow jumping a barbed wire fence? Utter destruction. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you on the flip side.